So I recently saw the film Green Room, a new thriller directed by Jeremy Saulnier, who's known for his work on Blue Ruin and Murder Party. And I liked it.
Alright. I can get you guys a solid gig. Matinee tomorrow, doors at 1, you guys are on at 3.
Gentlemen, you're trapped. Things have gone south. It won't end well.
Quentin Tarantino calls it the most sensational out-of-the-blue film I've seen. Okay, sure. I mean, it's no more out of the blue than something like Ratchet & Clank, which has barely made a fourth of its budget back. So, what's Green Room all about? Well, you follow this hardcore punk band that has kept itself pretty under the radar and needs some gig out desperation to put them on the map. So, like any smart person, they decide to play for a bunch of neo-Nazi skinheads at a remote roadhouse in Oregon. And as you might expect, things go awry when a murder takes place, keeping our protagonists restricted to a room who want nothing to do with all of this. And Patrick Stewart is the bad guy. This movie is brutal and depressing, and Eli Roth wishes he could make a movie this good. In fact, Jeremy Saulnier as a director and writer really understands how to put the viewer in an everyman situation that goes south too quickly. You have these two opposing sides that really don't want any difficulties, but end up resorting to violence anyway because they really can't trust each other. It's not really a movie that reinvents the slasher or thriller genre. It more so kind of uses those tropes to elevate the detail towards the script, the situation, and very much so the aesthetic. There's some really impressive tracking shots here that actually feel motivated and intentional. They give weight and presence to the actors on screen and focus on what's necessary. And yeah, if you're gonna call your movie Green Room, expect lots of green. Green Room? More like Red Room because of all the blood and gore, am I right? Also, the cast is pretty solid, including Macon Blair making another appearance. The two show stealers are Anton Yelchin and Imogen Poots, quite honestly the only two with the most depth and attention. And that also kind of leads into one minor fault I have with the film, and that's that you can't find yourself too invested in these characters. Some of them maybe, but there's not a whole lot to them, and quite frankly, you're more invested in the peril that this band winds up in. So Patrick Stewart is very good here, very sinister and pretty unflustered, but I couldn't help but think he was a bit underused. I mean, I'm glad he's in this, but looking back, anyone could really play his role despite its star power. That said, he looks pretty good for a 75-year-old, it's quite astonishing. I can't say the same for Hillary Clinton. She looks sick every day. So I'd recommend the film if it's playing nearby, but only if you're into this kind of film. It's really hardcore in a lot of places, and it plays itself pretty straight. Don't expect any butterflies or flowers when you leave. You're gonna probably be very depressed.
Careful now.
This will be over soon, gentlemen.
They're coming.
I guess that's all I have to say. Oh, the soundtrack's really good too.
Real